be hilarious. Unfortunately, no one would. But it would be a good bit.
It would be a great bit. I mean, yeah.
Okay, just let me look at my quote. I have a short one today.
A short one?
Yeah.
Well, mine's not long either.
Okay, good. Because I don't know where the show's going today. Okay, then we're recording 3, 2, 1. Who is the greater criminal? He who robs a bank or he who founds one?
To make a thief, make an owner. To create a crime, create laws.
Amazing. And thus, how do I rob this?
How do I rob this?
Damn. I was so mesmerized. I was going into a creating a law pun.
Yeah, nice.
But I kind of got
Sidetracked.
Yeah, I do get sidetracked easily.
But I like your intro. How do I rob this?
Well,
the podcast where we're introspective about our own
welcome.
podcast. Yeah.
Oh boy, this is going to be an interesting one.
Good start.
So welcome to How Do I Rob This, the podcast where we plan the perfect heist. Bumbling fool number 1 is
Oscar Brown.
And fooling bum number 2. That's me, SM Weisbach. So welcome to the podcast. We plan the perfect heist. Also, quick shout out if you want to follow us on social media. We are at How Do I Rob This on all socials. That being said, we've got 3 rules to all our heists. Number 1, we always have to get away with it. Number 2, we don't kill people. And number 3, we only steal from people that deserve to be stolen from. Each month, I was going to say week, each month one of us brings a topic, something to steal or someone to steal from. Okay, and I brought
You
something
brought a topic.
today. It was a bit of a spontaneous recording session.
Are we starting with a quiz?
We're starting with a quiz.
Amazing.
So I've got 2 things.
Okay.
But I believe quiz question number 2 might be a bit too obvious.
All right. So,
okay.
Start your quiz with quiz question number 1.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I will now start dropping names,
Okay.
and they have something in common.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me what it is
Yes.
that these names have in common.
Okay.
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 Dame Judi Dench.
Actor.
Idris Elba.
Also an actor.
Steven Spielberg.
Hang on. They've all won Oscars.
Has Idris Elba?
Yeah.
For
A movie?
being a cool good dude?
Yeah, just for being him. Give that man an Oscar.
Okay, fine. Let's get off the Oscars
Okay.
then with Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo?
All right. Taylor Swift.
They've all won Grammys. Unlikely.
James Cordon.
James Gordon? Cordon?
Yes.
Oh, he gets
The
it a
Late
lot,
Late
I'm
Show with
imagining.
James Cordon.
Oh, right. Okay.
T.S. Eliot.
The actor.
I think he was in one of the American Pies.
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Thomas Taylor, Scott Elliott. He was Stifler.
Yeah. Thought so.
Tom Hooper.
Tom Hooper.
That's all the names I have.
That's all the names.
There's
And
more.
they have something in common?
They have something in common. All right.
They all have first names.
Just like Donald Trump, you are a man of all the words. You know all the best words.
I do know all the best words.
Okay. And please enlighten us. What does the word jellicle mean?
Jellicle.
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 What an amazing word. Jellicle. I have never heard this word before. Is it like angelical, but just with you drop the an?
That's okay. That's so. Before I've looked into this,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
Okay.
Because I always heard people saying jellicle in the context of
Of whatever
our
we're talking
crime
about
today.
Okay.
Like,
Man, I'm so this. Was that quiz question number 2 the obvious one?
yes.
Okay,
I
and
know-
people everywhere are
I know-
oh my god.
Yeah, I know for a fact people in the audience
Understand this immediately.
If they're into
Crime?
our specific thing,
Okay.
they'll go wild. Okay,
Jellicle. Is it- okay, so it's
not
not-
like evangelical. It's Jellicle.
Like
I know that makes no sense.
like jelly?
Kind
Like
of.
jelly shots?
Yeah,
Like
like
this,
a jelly popsicle.
the whole
but
thing.
it's not a jelly popsicle.
The whole thing is so it's a thing that is
Yes.
like jelly. Like so it is jelly like Like you can
No.
say like, wow, like your dance move is Jellicle. Like you dance like a jelly.
Jason Derulo, your dance moves are Jellicle.
Yeah, can you say
Yeah.
that? Can you use it in a sentence like that?
No, you would use it in a sentence like,
Okay.
and I'll now quote poet T.S. Eliot.
No ways, he used this word?
Yes.
Wow, okay, now I'm blown away.
Jellicle songs for Jellicle. That's a video bit.
Cats?
Yes.
Wow, any semblance of what I thought I was going on, I still don't know.
Jellicle has no meaning.
Jellicle has no
It has no meaning. If people just there's kind of this argument on the internet going back and forth like what it means.
Right.
And people go like, no, it's like various different breeds of cats, and like white cats can be Jellicle cats, and black cats can be, and domestic cats can be Jellicle cats. But apparently, it's only T.S. Eliot's niece trying to pronounce "dear little."
Jellicle.
Yes, she was a small infant at that point. One would hope.
And she was talking about T.S. Eliot's cat.
She was
cat.
talking about dear little cats in general, but T.S. Eliot picked this word up
Yes.
for a book of poetry that he wrote.
Okay.
Old Possum's Book of Jellicle Cats, which was used by Andrew Lloyd Webber to write a certain musical by the same name.
The Lion King.
Close.
Okay. Cats.
The Lion King too.
Yes. The other musical with felines in
Yes.
it.
Which on December 20th will have its US cinematic release and ruin the careers of Dame Judi Dench, Idris Elba, Taylor Swift and Jason Derulo not so much, and I think it's the best that James Cordon could ever hope for.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen the trailer.
I have seen videos about the trailer.
Fair enough. That is, I believe, all you would ever need to see. Because it's atrocious, and I believe we owe it to Idris Elba.
I still don't know what we're going to steal. The
this-
master copy
Yes, we'll steal all copies of the film and destroy them.
in this digital age?
Yes.
How do
I've
you
looked
steal
into
something that's digital?
There's 3 places we need to be at once.
This sounds
Universal
promising.
Pictures,
Okay.
Tom Hooper's office/living room.
Who's
And-
Tom Hooper?
He's the director. He also directed The King's Speech and Les Mis.
Okay, I liked both those movies.
I like The King's Speech, haven't seen Les Mis. Looks a bit off to me. I'm also not in a musical theatre. Doesn't
Okay.
matter. And The Editor's office/living room.
Okay. Right.
I've got a name somewhere in my research.
Yeah. And you reckon those are the only 3 places that the finished cut of this movie will be?
Yes. I believe we can cause at least enough damage to stop the release for long enough for the studio to rethink releasing it at all.
I imagine the way I know production companies, they'll be like, it's fine, we'll just use all the outtakes. We'll just make a new movie, it's fine. Like, it might even be better.
We could also just maybe force them to cut it into the Sonic movie, which looks similarly awkward.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yes.
What, you are blowing my mind with all these things today. Like, they made a movie of Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yes.
We're
and-
talking about the little blue thing that runs very fast.
The release got postponed into like mid-2020.
Because there's literally no story there.
That's not the bit that offended the internet. But his character model looks so oddly atrocious. It looks so bizarre.
I thought it was going to be a
I'm just
racial typecasting thing, where I was like, people were really upset that they cast an Asian guy as Sonic the
Yeah.
Hedgehog.
When Sonic the Hedgehog is clearly Polynesian.
Yes.
So he gets voiced by The Rock.
Does he really?
No.
Oh, that would be
But
amazing.
he does get voiced by one weird character actor. One weird comedy actor. So that's the Sonic the Hedgehog character model. It looks bizarre. The model in itself does not look very good, and it's got human eyes and teeth.
Yeah, but
It
that's
defies description.
no, but I mean that's the rules of. Okay, we're getting sidetracked. We're not
Yes.
going to steal Sonic here. We
No.
are going to save
He's
the
too
world
fast.
from cats.
Yes.
One of the things we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go and see Cats, like the actual musical.
Oh, I see.
Have you seen it?
I've never
Have you
seen
heard of
any
it?
stage musical. What I've heard of it, it's absolutely incoherent. Mm-hmm. It's like the poem by T.S. Eliot itself is very short. The musical makes no sense whatsoever.
Yes.
And it's just like weird dancing and freakish costumes.
Okay, and I mean, I will need to find out how this thing was made, because how did it become so popular?
The musical itself.
Yeah.
The dance choreography is supposed to be very spectacular. Also, for a time, like Andrew Lloyd Webber, for whatever reason, was the go-to name of Broadway.
Yeah.
Who could not fail. And like everything and again, like I'm not into musical theater, so
Yeah.
I have no worthwhile opinion on any of this. But whenever I hear people talk about his musicals or his work in general, like his entire body of work, consensus usually seems to be it's not that good.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I believe, its mainstream appeal, though.
Well, I mean, it obviously works. I mean, the longest running show on Broadway?
It might still be going.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Well, I don't think it stopped. I mean, I imagine they've had to get rid of some of the old cats and bring in some new cats.
Yeah, but they live on a farm now.
They live on a farm now. Yeah, okay. But I mean, just mind-blowing. What I'm imagining is they actually wrote a musical. There were some songs, and they had some really cool, Jellicle dance moves, which is how I'm going to be using the word from now on. And then, I don't know, the producer came in and was like, I don't know, it's not really working. You know what we need? Like, we're just going to put everyone in cat costumes, and this will make it awesome.
It's a great opportunity for furries worldwide.
Absolutely. Oh, is that where furries come from? From Cats the Musical?
It might have been one of the biggest things with one of the largest mainstream appeal to it. I mean, something else that comes to mind is, because I know that furries are really into it, because I can't unequivocally like it without thinking of furries, is Disney's Robin Hood.
Yes.
Furries are really into Maid Marian.
Yes. When I found that out, I can no longer watch that movie.
Yeah.
Not that I watched it since I was a kid.
I watched it a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
And like once as an adult, maybe. And it's got this bitter aftertaste to it now.
I understand. Robin Hood generally. I mean, even though he's one of our heroes for this podcast.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to save the world here.
Yes. And especially Idris Elba and Dame Judi Dench deserve so much better.
Who's going to buy it?
I don't know who this is supposed to be for.
Right.
Because I don't think that people who are willing to just once in a lifetime spend however much it is to go see a show of cats, probably like $200-300 a ticket at least. Mm-hmm. That's my conservative assumption here. That they would be rushing to theaters worldwide because it has a December release date. Like it's competing with Star Wars essentially.
How? Like I mean, the only way it can compete then with Star Wars is, I mean, I get it because my mom, for example, will want to go to the movies in December and then she'll be like, Star Wars or the other thing. So I guess there's Cat's got one of you.
That might be part of its appeal. I'm
just going to put it out here. Like my mom's not going to be able to buy this and for it to be like worthwhile.
I'm just trying to have a look at the budget, but I can't really find it. But I can't imagine it was cheap.
No, it can't have been.
Like the digital costumes alone must have cost a fortune. It looks atrocious. Like for anyone who hasn't
digital
seen
costumes, like can't you just buy those skins on Fortnite? And then just like edit Angelina Jolie's face onto it?
That would absolutely be an amazing crossover to get the Cats costumes in Fortnite.
I'm sure it's already possible.
Oh, amazing. Because I know there was a huge Marvel crossover.
The new Fortnite, the whole universe, like the new map, it's actually in the Cats universe. Like it's the center of the map is Broadway, where the show takes place. And then everything else revolves around that.
I would 100% get back into playing Fortnite, or at least robbing the Fortnite creators in case we
ever get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't really say.
Okay, well,
it doesn't matter.
You know who might actually pay for this?
Dogs?
Crowdfunding not to release it. Like, how much would you pay for it not to be released? €1?
That's a tough question because I kind of want to see that, like same as with the Sonic movie.
Yeah.
I actually kind of want to see it just because it looks like an absolute fucking train wreck.
Well, I mean, we can. Like, we'll have it.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll watch it on the plane back over to Europe if we have to. So you'll be able to watch it, but I mean, what I'm saying is, what's the market value of this heist? Like, we need to sell this thing.
Oh, I see what you're looking at.
Yeah, like, I mean, unless there's someone who would actually be willing to own it as a novelty item, like they own the only copy of Cats,
Okay,
like
so-
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Is he still alive even?
I imagine he is.
Huh. Okay, let's presume he is. Okay,
For
so
some reason, I
Andrew
keep
Lloyd-
thinking of Elton John. When you say Andrew Lloyd Webber, I imagine Elton John. Are they
Well,
together?
I don't know. Andrew Lloyd Webber, famously married to a woman, a novelty in the
Interesting.
musical scene.
Yes.
He also cast her as whoever the leading lady in the Phantom of the Opera is. She's not a very good singer.
Oh, interesting.
So there's like this entire thing, and like he wrote parts of the songs to her strengths. So that's why it sounds a bit off. I mean, from what I've heard. But I was going to look into so one of the actresses kind of has a personal vendetta against cats, and that is Dame Judi Dench, because
she was against. Sorry, we have to be very clear here. Against the movie or against all felines, or both.
Against musical and movie alike.
Okay, why did she agree to doing this?
As to felines, I can't say. So she was originally cast for a West End production of Cats, but she hurt her leg,
Right.
so she couldn't.
Okay.
Probably a huge setback for her career.
This was when she was young.
Yes.
When she was just
Yeah.
Judi Dench,
Yeah, just starting out.
Miss.
Yeah, Miss Judi Dench.
Yeah.
Old J Kitten. Whatever. I apologize, Miss Dench.
That's
I'm
Dame.
sorry. So yeah, and now she got cast for the movie.
Oh,
As
so
in obviously like a different part. So she's this absolutely bizarre cat that's wearing a fur coat made from other cats.
wow. Okay.
That's like a crime boss wearing a human leather skin jacket.
Wearing his head for a hat.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's essentially like who's the Chainsaw Massacre guy? Leatherface.
Leatherface.
Yeah. Like him actually having dialogue. It's super awkward.
I would pay for a movie with Dame Judi Dench playing Leatherface. That would be a movie.
Right?
I mean, now we know what we're funding with the money. We still don't know how we're going to sell
Okay.
this thing, but
But I believe we could either, because it's gotten so much negative feedback
Right.
already at this point.
So that's what I'm saying. If we get everyone to donate 10 cents to have it not be released,
I believe if we just get the cast
to what?
to crowdfund this heist.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah, because, I mean, certainly in Judi Dench's best interest. I mean, although at this point I believe she might not actually give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, I think so.
But Idris Elba,
Yeah, they might take his Oscar away.
yeah, or his chance to be Bond.
Oh,
Would you cast a cat as James Bond?
definitely not.
I mean, Cat Agent, one of my favorite straight-to-VHS Disney movies.
Cat Agent.
Yes.
I won't even ask.
Okay, good, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean,
So
okay,
a cat,
so
it's an 80s film, and a cat and the secret agent swap bodies due to a lightning strike. And
that's amazing.
it might or might not exist.
But with is it animated or is it real life?
No, real live
It's
action.
amazing. I'm imagining this weird mixture between The Animal with
If
Rob
I
Schneider
recall,
and
Steve Guttenberg,
Homeward Bound. Remember Homeward Bound?
No.
It's like with talking dogs and cats.
Ah,
Yeah. But with Rob Schneider, he's in it as well.
one of our all-time favorite actors, Rob Schneider, second only to perhaps Adam Sandler.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. Okay. I think we need to take a research break.
Absolutely. We'll just be discussing
Just
several Jellicle cats.
yeah.
All right.
Jellicle. Say it again.
Jellicle.
Jellicle.
Jellicle. Let's get Jellicle. Jellicle.
Gee whiz. This is a disaster.
Yeah, we can stop the whole thing.
the
I'm
whole
sorry.
thing. Okay.
3, 2, 1. And welcome to our obscure true crime heist, real house heists of the world
Yes.
segment. Still unnamed.
The unnamed segment of true crime.
Name yet to be confirmed. We present you with one real-life heist. Something that
happened.
Struck our eye. Yes.
Yeah.
And happened. So I've something for you. Because we usually, we just tend to take the money that we steal. But I have a heist where all of the money involved was destroyed.
In like an ATM where like the blue liquid goes over everything?
It wasn't quite the blue liquid, but it was an ATM. I already told you it was an ATM.
Yeah.
It's like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
So I'm butchering the name, Guwahati, India.
Okay.
A rat
Snuck
into an ATM and ate 1.2 million rupees worth of bills. So all the banknotes got eaten.
That's crazy.
It's not that much.
Yeah.
It's like $18,000 US dollars in total.
Yeah.
Which, like, I mean,
it's not an insignificant amount of money.
Yeah, but to a bank, it's not.
But to a rat,
yes,
it's millions.
Yeah, and apparently the rat has eaten it all and died of
consumption.
Congestion is what I would
Congestion.
but consumption also sounds amazing. Can you imagine the rat grabbing one of the banknotes, coughing blood into it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh no, you've caught human disease. What an amazing story.
Yes. Really, met my eye. What a good way to get back at capitalism. As a rat, probably one of the animals associated with rich ass capitalists.
Welcome to raticism.
Okay. So, what have you got?
What have I got? Oh, I've just got a very short story. It's not a true heist. It's actually just a throwback to one of our favorite villains, Gianni Infantino.
The real one or imposter?
The real one. The real one. Well,
I mean, yeah.
Who knows?
Depending
really?
On where you stand
who
on
knows?
Conspiracy issues.
Anyway, so in the footballing world, today is a very big World Cup qualifier in Korea, because South Korea is playing North Korea in North Korea.
Okay.
Right?
Wow, yes.
I mean, that's a huge rivalry. Okay, but this is the fun thing. So, Kim
Jong-un?
Thank you. I was just like, oh my God, they didn't write the name here. So,
or was it Kim Basinger?
I'm just going to say North Korea. North Korea has banned all foreign journalists, all away fans, most of the South Korean officials, the South Korean coach, and refuses to allow a direct flight for the players to the game.
Then I'm left to wonder, why not just ban the South Korean team?
Right. Okay. But Gianni Infantino flew in.
I see.
To have a private viewing with the honorable leader. So the two of them sat there watching this game. I don't know what the result was.
I don't know either.
The result doesn't matter because everyone lost, really.
Also, I can't believe it. I mean, South Korea has always been a bit hit and miss over the last few decades.
With their football?
Yeah. They did have kind of a strong team together for the World Cup in 2002.
Yes,
Japan and South Korea.
But there was a lot of scandal about that, remember? Like, there was a lot of, like, bribery, and apparently the South Koreans were... because they knocked out the Italians.
But luckily that's a first for bribery.
Yes,
associated with the FIFA World Cup.
Right, of course. So
everything also, that was the last we ever heard of that.
Yeah. But North Korea must be universally terrible.
Absolutely, yes. I believe, but they qualified for one of the World Cup, one of the last few World Cups.
2010.
Was there one
in South Africa? Yeah.
And they were commanded by their wise leader, which at the time I think was already Kim Jong-un.
Yes.
I think he was already in power then. To win the World Cup, otherwise they should not even dare return.
Yes.
And I believe a couple of the players also used their chance to escape.
To defect, yes. Well, there's a fun story because they played against Portugal, actually.
Right, I remember that.
And at halftime, and this was the first football game to be streamed on public television in North Korea. And it was a huge thing.
Yeah.
And I think by halftime they were 5-0 down.
Yeah.
And then the second half didn't resume on national television.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I imagine
so it's just a radio broadcast of someone going wild over North Korea's amazing victory.
Victory, the comeback over Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal, where North Korea ended up winning 15-4.
Wow. Yeah. What a match. We all remember it.
It's great.
I mean, I'm sure Gianni Infantino does.
Oh, he does. He's talking about it right now.
But I'm always wondering, like, a country as poor as North Korea, how can they bribe Gianni Infantino? is it with all the Swiss cheese that Kim Jong-un is rumored to enjoy?
I don't know. I imagine that I think thinks he's doing the right thing by being there. He's being an ambassador for peace and that sort of thing. But I mean, he's not understanding is that there's, you can't condone that sort of behavior by a stroppy little toddler.
Amazing. Okay, so that was our True Heist segment, and now back to the show.
Back to the show. All right.
Three, two, one. And like the corners of my mind, we are back from a research
Wow.
break. Oscar Brown's eyes filled with desperation of a man who's just read the summary of the musical Cats.
That was my task. Like, you were tasked with doing proper research. I was just tasked with reading the summary of this. Mind-blowing stuff. May I start with this, please?
Oh, please. That's my phone.
Okay, so first of all, the development of this production sounds like the absolute worst student amateur production nightmare you can imagine. Okay, just to give you an idea, it was scheduled to open 30 April 1981. Okay? On the 9th of March, rehearsal started without a script.
Hang on. That was 8 weeks before it's
8 weeks before.
release.
Yeah.
Okay.
Without a script and no lyrics to the songs. Okay?
What did they rehearse then, I wonder?
Okay, so... okay, wow. So many of the ensemble characters were created by the original cast through extensive improvisation. Right. Yeah, no kidding, because they didn't have anything else.
Hang on. So does that explain why there's a character in it by the name of Rum Tum Tugger?
They were free riffing the whole time.
Okay, hang on. I need to... as you've read the summary, you can tell me whether this bit of trivia that I got off IMDb is real or fake.
Okay.
Did you know?
Real.
In the goofs section,
Yeah.
Garfield was presumed to be dead, which is false, as no mortal being can come close to defeating him.
I don't even know what that means. I don't know what you just said.
13 of 14 found this interesting.
What? I'm just going to ignore that. I'm just going to keep talking about something else. Okay, so the lyrics for the most famous song, Memory, yes, they were not completed until the 24th of April. This is 6 days before the first show opens. Okay, it's actually mind blowing the way they did this. Oh my goodness. Okay, are you ready for a summary?
Yeah, yeah. So, like, I've heard people talk about this in video essays, and I still have no idea what it's about.
I've just read the whole summary. I'm going to try my very best
to summarize the summary.
Yeah. I'm going to give you a short summary.
Yes,
and then I'm going to read you the opening act. Okay. So the short summary is: the plot centers around a tribe of cats called the Jellicles. Fair enough. I'm with you.
Yes.
As they come together at the annual Jellicle Ball, fine, it's a gathering.
Yes, cats love balls.
Yes, to decide which one of them will ascend to the Heaviside layer, their version of heaven, and be reborn into a new life.
Yes.
Okay.
That's also the IMDb summary. Yes.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Shit happens.
Which I love is you pronounce it Heaviside.
Yes.
Here it looks like Heaviside.
Yeah, there's just no Y.
I mean, no, but there's an I here.
Oh, no, there's none here. There is as well. I just didn't see it.
I mean, that does not explain the pronunciation of this made-up word. One way or the other.
Okay, fine. But they add to this.
Hang on, I was just going to say, and come back to a new Jellicle life.
A new Jellicle life. That's quite nice. Yeah,
But in this, even like your first instinct of like, does Jellicle come from evangelical?
Yes.
That actually would have made sense.
Yeah.
There.
But it's not, but it's wrong.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Okay, this is now a little, like an even shorter summary, which is great. The bulk of the musical consists of the different contenders being introduced either by themselves or by other cats.
Yes, of course. Yes. Why not?
So that literally what happens is the cats gather,
yes.
They introduce themselves,
yes.
And one of them's chosen.
Okay, so I would argue this is an amazing piece of interactive theatre if the audience actually gets to decide.
Oh, you have no idea how interactive this is. You have no idea. I'm just gonna.
Would you say it's more interactive than I could possibly imagine?
Okay, no, it's actually not interactive, but okay, this is. I'm only gonna stay with the first act. After the overture, the cats gather on stage and describe the Jellicle tribe and its purpose. And this summary will just show you what kind of a production this is.
Okay, no, hang on. I have another question.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
What did Andrew Lloyd Webber actually do?
He wrote music to the poem.
But there was no
and
music.
A couple of lyrics, but none of the hits.
And also, arguably, up until the premiere,
yes,
this didn't have a script.
No. It also doesn't sound like it. Watch this. This sounds like improvised bullshit put together, okay? So they all gather, right?
Yes.
The cats who break the fourth wall throughout the show then notice that they are being watched by a human audience.
I mean, cats love breaking things.
And proceed to explain how the different cats of the tribe are named.
What?
Right. That's literally like, okay, guys, everyone go away into a corner and everyone think of a character and then come back and then everyone's got 5 minutes to explain their character. And then they took that exercise and they decided this is the show.
The stage version is the 4th longest running show in Broadway history and the 6th longest running in London's West End. It's absolutely bizarre. So
that this is still happening. Yes.
So the only thing I can take away from this is people must come to the audience, be bamboozled by a bunch of people in cat costumes.
Yes.
Stumbling through the audience going like, by the way, I am Mr. Meowth. I'm an evil Jellicle cat. I love tossing your glass off the table. And they go, that was a very confusing play. It must have been good.
I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. Okay, because right after the naming of the cats, right, it is followed by a ballet solo performance by Victoria to signal the beginning of the Jellicle Ball. It's like, right, now that we've had the exercise where everyone introduces their character, we now need some improvisational dance. Who can dance? Can any one of you guys dance?
Victoria, you're already dancing in the background. Can you just
bring it forward?
No, keep doing it. No, don't stop. Don't keep doing it.
Wow. Okay, that's it. And
what do you mean that's it?
That's it. That's the end of the summary. There's nothing more you need to know. That really tells you everything.
Okay. I believe we all know as much as we did about the musical Cats before the show started.
Nothing else happens.
Potentially less.
What I didn't... Okay, so I'm not going to lie. I didn't end up reading the whole thing. So I don't know who actually gets chosen in the end. But it's probably Judi Dench.
No, I'm not even sure she is one of the Jellicle cats. It's someone else just tagging along. So I've watched this video essay by a guy called Patrick Willems.
Okay.
About the thing, and he goes into detail of about the story, but I cannot tell you what it is about. Like I've seen it. I remember bits and pieces that he talked about.
It's mind-boggling.
Yeah,
you mentioned that it's the longest-running show or the fourth longest-running show, and the fifth in Broadway, West End.
Yeah.
Over 7,000 performances and 8,000 performances in both places. Right? Okay. And then as a by note, it mentions that in Japan, in a purpose-built venue, it is by far the longest-running show where they performed
litter box
over 10,000 performances. Like, it dwarves the Broadway and West End. So if you want to go see Cats...
I mean, in Japan, they have cat cafes. So it makes sense to just have like a purpose-built giant litter box where you walk in on kitty litter and people dancing around will just be taking a shit next to your seat. Metaphorical and literal. Okay.
It beggars belief, but please tell me how are we going to steal this thing? Because I am all for it.
All right, so...
but I'm not watching it.
No.
I've decided. You can watch it.
So one of my notes just reads, repurpose for porn? ?
Yes.
Because have you seen Taylor Swift in this thing? She's awkwardly sexualized.
Oh, is she? As a cat?
Yeah. I mean, she's a sexy lady. but
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, okay,
might not be
objectively.
your type.
Yes. Okay.
Fair enough. But she's bizarre. So at some point she's just sort of casually leaning back in like this this extremely tight catsuit. It's like a performance, like it's a performance of who was Catwoman in the Tim Burton film? Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes. Okay.
It's kind of like Michelle Pfeiffer's performance on steroids.
Maybe she watched that.
Yeah.
It's okay to give cats steroids.
Or should I say on catnip?
Yeah. Oh man.
Which just here, look at this. Audience, Google this. Taylor Swift cats. You will not regret it. I mean, you probably will. So anyway, I don't know where I was going with this. Oh yes, we could repurpose it for furries porn.
Absolutely.
Furries seem to be into crowdfunding.
Yes, I'm sure they are.
That's a way to. Yeah, I mean, if you have an extravagant hobby or sexual kink, just you would want this crowdfunded.
Yeah.
If mainstream media doesn't cover it. Okay, so that's one of our entry points. The other. As a good friend, would
I'm not doing furries with you.
No, but
Sorry.
Damn it. Would you let me star in something like that?
Oh my god, no.
See, neither would I.
Well, it depends. Like, I mean,
But
if you came to me and you're like, Oscar, this is going to be my next big break. Like, I'm going to have to.
fair
I'd be
enough,
like,
but-
what, are you going to leave the podcast and you're just going to go off and be like an international furry now? I'd be like, look, is it really what you want?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, well, you could.
So, but because there's a very famous duo. One of them stars in the film, and the wealthier one might want to prevent that.
Amazing. Kanye West.
No,
Okay.
but Ian
Who else
McKellen
is-
is in it,
Oh, yes.
and Patrick Stewart has a net worth of $70 million US,
Oh, that's so
which
amazing.
probably has gone up because he has his own Star Trek show now.
That's amazing.
So maybe he could spare a dime or two.
So you think he would get his
Finance it, yes.
old buddy out there?
Yeah, absolutely. Also, we could get Bond fans who would probably campaign for Idris Elba to be James Bond because, again,
So there's various people who would give money to make this thing not
so
happen.
I think
okay.
we can sell it.
Okay.
The film has been shot digitally
Right.
on ARRI cameras in 6.5K, which is just data handling, doesn't really matter. It will be delivered to cinemas in the DCP, the digital cinema package format, either on hard drives
That sounds fantastic.
or streamed via servers.
Wow.
So I believe there's literally just a handful of copies actually physically going around
Yeah.
that we need to destroy.
Okay.
One certainly at the production house Working Title Films in London.
Working title films. Right. Okay.
London, also where Melanie Oliver's office is.
The editor.
Yes, she's from New Zealand, so she might be residing in New Zealand, but her talent agency, Casarotto, Ramsey and Associates, is based in London.
Okay.
By the way, I got an IMDb Pro account just for this kind of research.
Totally worth
That's
it.
my dedication. She's worked with Hooper on numerous films, such as The Danish Girl and Les Mis.
Right.
So they've been working buddies for quite a while now. And one must be at the US offices of Universal, who's distributing the film.
Yes. Okay.
Interestingly enough, in 2008, a fire at the Universal Vault has destroyed several of their films.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it is possible to
get in there and make things
and destroy
happen.
it. Yes, I mean, we would cause a lot of collateral damage, which I'm not hugely into, but we can also maybe start a controlled fire. Or just something to damage that specific hard drive.
Do you think that...
Such as cat urine.
Which burns?
It will burn through a hard drive. I'm
Yeah,
fairly
that's
certain
true.
of that.
Wow. How does one harvest cat urine on like a scalable level?
We could get big cats,
Like
tigers and lions.
tigers and lions?
leopards, yeah.
Like at a zoo?
We could also just make a detour to South Africa. Sneak towards a giant cat with a...
Yeah.
No, not a good
Oh,
idea.
well, we'll
Okay,
look into it. I mean, I'll look at it. It's a hell of a way of doing it, really.
Okay, so yeah.
So that's the way we're going to do it.
I
Do you
would
think
argue.
that? Do you think the editor would be willing to take it on as a project to repurpose it as furry porn,
I can't...
or do you think she's into it?
So I can't imagine, because Tom Hooper, again, he directed The King's Speech and Les Mis.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't seen Les Mis, but it looks interesting at least. King's Speech was a very good film, I would argue. And like people are a bit back and forth on his specific style, which, it's a stylistic choice that he makes with his wide-angle lenses. Not everyone's into that, I understand. But after that initial reaction to the trailer,
yes,
and there's a lot going on there. Like it's not like a decision as it was with the Sonic film, where it's just the character design that's off.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, on the Sonic film, they are working on that.
They're going to fix it.
Yes, but for the Cats film, which has an earlier release, and the trailer came out later, which also I would say probably not the best sign, because like I haven't seen an image from that production that has leaked before that.
Yeah, okay.
So after that universal reaction, and it got universally panned, the trailer, I would actually argue that Tom Hooper, as well as editor Melanie Oliver, would be well into repurposing that film or making it disappear altogether.
Okay, so we probably don't even have to steal it from her, is what I'm saying.
No, I believe she'd willingly open the door, let us in.
Yeah. Well, she might just be like, once we steal the other ones, they'll call her up and be like, Melanie, do you happen to have a copy?
Yeah.
And then she'll be like, oh, no.
I repurposed mine for pornography. So all I have is a 5-minute supercut of Taylor Swift.
Wow.
Awkwardly, felinely.
Is that who you choose?
back.
I would personally choose Ian McKellen, really. Like, if I had to watch fairy porn, like, I'm watching Ian McKellen, definitely. But still, I
would actually go with Idris Elba, I think.
Ooh, also nice. Nice double team, Idris and Ian.
And if only I knew whoever Jason Derulo is.
Who is Jason Derulo?
I believe he's an R&B pop singer from the 90s. He sounds like one.
Does he?
I mean, not his voice, his name.
Okay, and you don't know any of his songs or anything like that?
Nope.
Probably, okay. If I listened to it, I'd be like, oh, okay. Jason Derulo.
And anyway, let's not get sidetracked. But yes, you could certainly make like let's say a concise 15-minute porn version of Cats.
Oh, totally. I mean, you get rid of all the excess stuff.
Yes.
I mean, specifically if it's like they're just hanging around introducing themselves as the story. Like you cut. But then again, you cut all of that out.
That sounds very much like pornography. That's very much the plot of a porn. Someone walking in, introducing themselves.
Someone else walking in.
Yeah.
And then a climax.
And then sex starts, yes.
Yeah. That is a good point. At the end, we can throw in, like, in the credits. So
maybe let's just cut the songs.
Well, you can have it in the credits.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, memory at the end, whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so at least we know how to edit it.
It's a tight 20-minute cut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure our editors would love that.
I'm just going to make editing notes on this. Introduction. Sexiness. Credits.
There we go. Yes. Okay. So this is what's going to happen. We're going to sell it as... We're going to put it out there that we have the footage.
Yes.
And we're going to repurpose it as furry porn. Mm-hmm. Then all those actors have a choice. Okay?
Yes.
How much do they not want to be in furry porn? So then we'll be
I believe the second they signed up for the film Cats,
they knew they would
signed
be in furry
off
porn?
on not being in furry porn.
No, but you don't think what's her name? Taylor Swift will be like, I would give a couple of million for my fans not to.
I would say a large number of her male fans has on a regular basis jerked off to her.
But not with a cat. I mean,
not
logistically difficult.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
As a cat,
not to cat Taylor's tail.
Oh yes,
Taylor Swift.
Yes.
It's more of a written joke. No, probably not. But like, with that in mind, you don't sign up to a film in cat costume and go like, no one's going to jerk off to that.
But I mean, do actors think about that when they make any movie? Like when they made Lord of the Rings, they were like, don't worry, Gimli, you can be the dwarf. Like, no one will jerk off to that.
No, you can just give blowjobs standing up straight.
Okay, we are veering off.
And my cock.
Yeah, like, are you gonna do it?
Sorry.
Are you gonna do it standing up, or can I get you a box?
So sorry. Sorry.
What an image! Right. Well, there you go. I'm watching Lord of the Rings tonight.
Okay.
All of it.
Okay. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay. I figured not everyone would have thought about that.
Yeah. And then
Taylor
they'll
Swift
have,
probably has,
but then they'll have a time to give money.
Yeah.
So either they pay money to be in it, or they pay money to be out of it. I feel like there's going to be some money that comes towards us.
Okay. And again, like people, Idris Elba has a net worth of 20 million. Ian McKellen has one of 55 million.
But do they deserve to be stolen from? Because at the end of the day, we're stealing from them.
Steal from them, because I would not say we'd overcharge them if we take 1 million off their pockets and no one gets to see that film and their careers aren't wrecked.
But I mean, think of Ian McKellen.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yes.
I like him.
Yeah, I know, which is why I think we'll be doing him a favor.
But I think
By
we
not
can.
having cats
I think we
released.
can do him a favor anyway.
Yes.
Like Taylor Swift and Jason Derulo, right?
Low.
Whatever. Them, I have no qualms. I'm sure they deserve it.
Also James fucking Cordon.
Okay, they deserve it, right? But I'm morally against turning Ian McKellen into... Like, I
Okay,
don't want
fine.
money from Ian McKellen.
So
But
Ian McKellen,
yeah,
Judi Dench,
yes,
Idris Elba.
yes. We're doing them a favor.
Yeah, we're just asking them.
We're asking them whether they want to have the furry porn or not.
Yes.
Yeah, and if they don't want to be in it,
That's
fine.
fine. Yeah, we'll respect that.
Yeah.
I mean, Melanie Oliver will respect that.
Yes,
Well,
totally she
just
will.
forward the notes.
Absolutely. But what's her name? Swiftie?
Yes.
Bugger that. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
mostly her.
Yeah. She really hurt Tom Hiddleston's feelings and other ex-boyfriends.
I'm not up to date with...
There's a lot
It's
of
a long
gossip
story.
surrounding her.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of celebrity ex-boyfriends.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not
But what
that
is she
that's-
supposed to date? Like a normal guy?
No, but not that has you in a position where you deserve to be robbed, but
Yeah.
still. Like,
No,
it's
she
just
does.
her.
She does.
Yeah.
Just because of like being a global brand.
And Derulo, because he seems to be popular and we don't know him.
Yes. I mean, bugger that guy.
Who was the third one?
Gordon.
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Andrew Lloyd Webber, yeah.
He did just, for his lazy ass cashing in that paycheck on directing Cats, which he, for a fact, did not do.
Do you want to know how much money they made?
Yes.
So actually...
So Andrew Lloyd Webber and James Cordon, right?
Yeah.
Just for his stupid car karaoke thing, which is dumb.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm putting my foot down now.
So everyone initially invested £450,000.
Who do you mean by everyone?
Well,
Everyone. That was the law at that point.
A couple of people,
1981.
like Andrew Lloyd Webber personally undersigned the thing at the end when they were struggling to get the money. But basically, they got a return of 3,500%. It's 16 million.
They didn't even put any work in though.
No.
I mean, I'm sure
It
the
was
the
workshopped.
actors didn't get well paid.
Not a chance.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I say actors in a very loose sense of the word.
Judi Dench was she was in the first cast. So she was the one improvising and putting the whole shit together.
That's how far she got.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? Changing my mind. Then she deserves to be robbed as well.
Okay, she's on the list. I mean, she wanted to do this.
Yeah.
Are you actually writing her down?
Absolutely. No one who came up with this Jellicle practical nonsense deserves not to be robbed.
Fine.
It's just bizarre. Also, like the original T.S. Eliot poem, it's short and it has no connection to this whatsoever.
And his granddaughter, we're coming for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
She's on the list.
The T.S. Eliot estate.
Yeah. So please update me again. Where are the two locations of where this film, where these things are located? Because currently this whole crime is just being held up by pure anger at the movie.
London and Hollywood.
Okay, specifically in London.
Working title films. Hang on, I just need to.
Oh, okay. Working title films, right?
Yeah, that's.
And
I can give the address.
and in the States?
Maybe I should not be yelling at the editors of the production office, but I'm going to do it anyway. Not with that many listeners. Hang on. Can also find
But the
out
listeners we do have are...
But, all songs are listed as written by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Well, he co-wrote them.
He wrote them down. It's not co-writing.
We also wrote the music, and then, some other people wrote wrote some of the lyrics.
Not a huge fan. That's nonsense.
And in the States?
I've lost that note. Okay, so in the States, Universal Hollywood... it's at Universal Plaza, Hollywood.
Okay.
That's where their headquarters are.
Okay.
You can also book a studio tour and then get really close to the offices. And there's a film vault in Orlando, but that's for historical films distributed by Universal. Working Title Films is in West London, Aybrook Street.
Is it just me?
Yes.
Or is the solution to this heist actually really simple?
Go.
There is so much anger. Okay? We don't actually care. And we're already we're fuming. I mean, we've got rabies about this, okay?
Yeah.
I feel like all we have to do is buy a nice suit, buy a first class flight over to the States and over to London, walk up to the offices, speak to someone, be like, listen, guys, this is the plan. We're not going to release the film, and we're going to turn it into furry porn, and then we're going to make this list of people pay for it. How do you guys feel about that? And I feel like, just like the editor, they'll just hand it over. They'll be like, oh, thank God, a way out.
Working title films, I would agree with.
Yeah?
That's going to work with them.
Yeah?
I believe at Universal, they're going to have a spreadsheet of the potential income they can make and what they would make off the porn.
Yeah?
And they're probably going to presume with a cinematic release, they can easily beat porn money. Which, ridiculous. Pornography, a huge multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yeah, but mostly free and with advertising,
Yeah, so the money does not come to you directly and not in that fiscal year. So that's why I think Universal is going to be a bit harder to convince. But what if we get animal rights groups in on this thing?
Okay. You mean because of all the animals that were hurt in the shooting of this production? Yeah, okay. I mean,
convince them for a moment. This is
very easily convinced that they're making animal porn.
Yeah.
People would go crazy about that. My goodness.
Absolutely.
How can they force the animals to have that? First of all, give them those names, which is already animal cruelty.
Rum Tum Tiger.
Rum Tum Tiger sounds like a Rum Tum Tiger.
One of the
It sounds
like a derogative term
for a wanker.
For a house tiger.
Okay.
It's hang on. There was this other fact, which even with the trivia of this, it's all bizarre.
Rum Tum Tiger, or Tiger.
Tiger. That's Jason Derulo, I believe.
Rum Tum Tiger.
I can't even find it.
But
it was something along the lines of, Old Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy?
Yeah, Old Deuteronomy. It's the first time that she is represented as female.
Oh, I thought it was something from the Bible.
It might be. Oh, yes, it makes sense with Diaz as Deuteronomy. But, what is that a character?
A lot of that sentence doesn't make any sense to me, and I've read the summary.
This is the first time Old Deuteronomy has been represented as female.
Okay. Old Deuteronomy must be another character. That's the only way that sentence makes sense.
Is this
But also, who calls their cat Old Deuteronomy?
Or is that the ascension to the Heaviside? Heaviside? To be reborn as a new Jellicle? Okay.
Okay. So
let's go to London first then.
Yes.
To working title films.
Yeah.
We're just going to sit down with Tom Hooper.
And just explain the situation,
Yes.
James.
And what's her name? Melanie
Yeah.
Oliver.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, Melanie Oliver. Just going to explain to them, look, you can't release this.
And they'll be
You'll
like, yes, we
ruin your
agree.
career. Yes. Yeah.
What
we have an
can be
elegant
done?
way out.
Yes. But we are here to save you.
Yes.
That's amazing. I feel like we could send them an invoice afterwards just for some like time.
Certainly.
Yeah, just.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because they're not necessarily bad, but like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
they don't deserve to get free work either.
yeah, just like a consultancy fee,
We could pass as
which is what
feline consultants.
yeah, we're not free-line consultants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a pretty easy sell. Like
Yes.
we walk away there. I mean, what do agents normally take? Like 20%?
20%.
Okay, so we'll take 10?
No, we'll take 20 each.
20 each?
Yes.
No, from their cut. Like we don't want to ruin them. Like it's already been painful.
Again, we'll save all their careers.
Yeah, but it's only 10%.
Okay, fine, 10
10%. Yeah. 10 each. Each of us
Yes.
take 10? No, we're forming a company.
Fine, okay. Feline consultants, 10%.
I feel like that's plenty. Don't be greedy.
Of what? Of the porn money?
Not of the porn money, of whatever they earned on cats.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, we didn't manage that job,
Yeah.
strictly speaking.
No, this is just for our consultancy fee. Yeah. Okay. So and then we're off again. From London we fly directly
Okay.
to New York.
Yes.
Wait, where is Universal Studios?
Los Angeles.
Well, then we'll fly directly to Los Angeles.
Okay.
And there it's a bit more difficult. There we need to get the animal rights activists
Yes.
involved. Which I don't think is that difficult.
No, certainly not. And PETA can be very aggressive.
So there is a distraction. They're going to
Yeah.
get us in.
Yes.
Like we're going to storm the premises.
They'll be hugely distracting.
They
Just
will.
arguing back and forth. Like, we heard working title films.
Do you think we could convince them to urinate everywhere in Universal?
Certainly. It's not the most vile thing PETA have ever done.
Oh, they do like some vile things. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and they toss animal blood and intestines.
Yeah,
away,
that's true.
Just like these color bags. So
But then they've all got cats at home, right? So they can bring along cat urine.
Yes.
They collect it.
Oh, yes. And that protest will be headlined Universal Urine Trouble.
Yes. Oh, amazing.
Okay. So that's happening. Universal loses their shit because they don't even know what's going on at this point.
No.
Because it's just been, how long does it take to fly from London to Los Angeles? Probably like 14 hours? A bit longer?
Something like that.
Okay, let's say, we have to get into the inner city
Yeah.
of LA, so it's going to be 20 hours.
Yeah.
So Universal at this point probably haven't even heard about the porn scandal yet.
No. Well, we haven't released it yet. Don't
Haven't
we only
we?
release it afterwards?
Yeah, but like we should leak a scene or two.
Just to get the people going.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
and
to-
that's
to
why
feed-
PETA's there.
Yeah.
Right.
And to feed the crowdfunding frenzy.
Right. Yeah. Okay, I'm with you. Okay. Yes, totally. So they
Also leaking very much in the
in the
style
urine
with
category.
the urine trouble.
Yeah, totally. Okay. So yes, they don't know. They don't know that this is the problem.
Yes.
They probably just think someone's gone a little bit rogue. They don't know that.
these furries, people are so weird.
Yeah.
We're just like these old school Hollywood big hats. We don't really.
Do you
we're
think-
not in touch with it.
Oh man.
People with
So
the
do
man
you
on
think
the
we could get two groups of people to arrive there? On the one side, we could have PETA, like
Yes.
PETA pissing, right? Mm-hmm. But we can also get all the furries to show up at the
Masturbating.
masturbating.
Oh, it's gonna be
It's disgusting. It's
gonna be
really
an absolute
horrible.
massacre.
But
it's gonna be like LA public transportation.
It will. Wow. Yeah. I mean, but that would just be if we can get, I don't know, 200, 300, 500 of each showing up there.
Yes.
Just, I mean, with the chaos, the sheer chaos. Because then you think if the police arrives to try and like remove the furries, PETA's going to lose their shit even more.
Yeah.
Because like they don't know the difference between like a human dressed in animal costume and like an actual human or an actual animal.
And also, like, some of PETA will be dressed in animal costumes as well.
Do you think there's people who are like
Absolutely.
both furries and PETA people?
There must be a huge crossover in that Venn diagram, but I believe just PETA, just for the protest's sake,
Yeah.
they'll be wearing cat ears and
amazing.
whatnot.
Do you think also we could also convince a third group of people to come? Like
Who's left?
people who actually like the musical Cats.
Cat. Oh yes,
Because actually those are the people who need to be punished
on
the most.
their way to Broadway in their fur collars.
It's no longer running anymore.
Ah, pity.
But
Well, then they have no choice but to actually see the film.
okay.
So they'll be
oh my god.
protesting.
Wait. Can we convince them? Because all these people who like the musical Cats, they also need to be punished a little bit,
Yes.
right? Okay. There will be a preview
Yes.
of the new Cats movie at the Universal Studios location on this day. So they're all coming to watch this preview, and they all have to pay, I don't know, $20.
We can figure out how much a Broadway ticket is.
Right.
Pretty much that.
Yeah. So they'll come, they all have to pay $20 for this preview. They are going to come in hordes. They will come in big numbers to come and watch this. The spectacle they will get is unprecedented. They will see PETA people pissing in the streets and all over the place. They will see furries masturbating all over the show. And at the end...
And they're just going to think it's the regular musical Cats.
Exactly. They'll be like, this is exactly what we wanted to come and see. And at the end...
That's why I love 3D films. Everything feels so real.
It's actually
So
interactive.
immersive.
Actually interactive this time. And they also get to... then we screen the porn at the end.
Yes.
It'll be an absolute clusterfuck.
Good. I like that.
I mean, should we just take all the movies at Universal? Because I'm sure there's a couple other ones lying around we should just take.
Yeah, let's just grab whatever hard drive we can find. But at this point, I believe Universal can no longer release the film.
No, it's over.
Yeah.
It's really
I mean, the
is.
best scenes already have leaked in porn form.
In porn form, yeah. And
We're just going to need to tell Melanie Oliver to hurry along. Because she only has like 20 hours to edit the final porn film.
why though?
Because we're flying straight to LA.
Yeah, but
Then there's going to be the protest. So maybe 24 hours.
but I mean, we could also meet with her and then
Way
be
before.
like, yeah, way before, and then just be like, well, you've got, I don't know, well, how long do you need, Melanie? And she's like, I don't know, a week?
I just think it would be more exciting to do it on a tight time frame. Also very much in the spirit of the musical Cats.
Yes,
But we don't really know what we're doing as we're doing it.
yes. Okay, sure. I think whenever we meet with anyone to talk about this, we should spend the majority of our time in the meeting, introducing ourselves. And then we just have like a little thing what we're actually there for, and then we leave again. Like that has to be what we're doing.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Kind of like this podcast as well.
We've had a very short and muddled up introduction. After that, I'm actually amazed that this podcast was more coherent than the musical Cats.
It was, yeah. It was. I think we need to take a quick
it's not
break
over yet.
to summarize this whole thing.
Come up with a heist budget.
And then...
Yeah, then we'll be on our Jellicle way.
Oh my god.
Oh no, wrong button. Oh. Absolutely. Are you going to look into the flights?
Yep.
I don't know. And we are back from our final research break. Okay, so this Jellicle crime finally comes to a practical end with a heist budget. So, Oscar has had the brilliant idea on our research break to just set up a stage.
Yeah, we rent
for
a
the
huge
audience
stage.
and for that immersive cat urine experience.
That's amazing.
The event that shall henceforth be known as the Universal Urine Trouble. So, for us to fly to London and to LA, it's going to be $2,500 each. Adds up to $5,000. Couldn't really find a musical Cats costume, so we just went with Sexy Cat Lady and Sexy Tiger, which puts us down for 173 euros. Also, I should be adding all this up.
That's amazing.
Because can't really do.
You can't do that all in your head?
I mean, I can, I guess, but I can't talk at the same time. So
That's okay. I mean,
yeah,
I'll
get
be
better
Sexy
stuff
Cat
like that.
Lady.
Okay.
Which is cool.
Yeah,
Great.
so suits to be wearing
Yeah.
on top of our sexy costumes. That's going to be another 2,000.
Just so people know, we'll be wearing sexy cat lady costumes. And over that, we'll be wearing regular suits.
Yes, and
because we've got 2 meetings, right? We've got a meeting where we need to wear a suit, and then after that, we need to blend in a little bit with the other people. Right.
Yeah, so we're just going to tear off our suits. We don't want to look like Wall Street idiots.
No.
Also, we don't want to look like people who want to attend that immersive cats experience.
Good Lord, no.
Either. So, yeah, we're just going to need to be in full cat face. So that will put us down for 17,173 euros.
That's the total outlay?
Yeah.
17,000.
Yeah, which isn't much, because I have like a rough estimate on how much money we can make.
Oh, please tell us.
Bear in mind, it's super rough. So, Cat's currently in the US on tour.
Okay.
A premium ticket puts you down for 200 euros.
Right, okay.
So if we sell 1,000, we'll be making 200,000.
Right.
Okay.
Good return.
That's just off the tickets, though.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so as to selling the actual cat porn
Yes.
on the internet,
Yeah.
that estimate is a bit trickier.
Well,
So Hollywood had an estimated revenue in 2018 of $43 billion US.
Hollywood?
Hollywood.
Okay.
It's. I mean, if
I'll bear with you for a bit.
Yeah. The porn industry,
Yes.
anywhere between 6 and 15 billion.
Holy moly.
So again, like producing way cheaper than Hollywood.
Yeah.
You rarely see any of those 3D effects in modern pornography.
Sure.
Not that we know, of course, but one would presume. So let's go by the high estimate here.
Okay.
That's 15 billion. So the porn industry has a revenue of roughly 1/3 of what Hollywood makes.
Right.
So if we now estimate how much the Cats movie
Was gonna make.
would have as a domestic gross, Les Mis made 600 million worldwide.
Okay.
So let's presume Cats probably a bit more popular. And
No,
also feel
it'll do worse.
worse, really,
Yeah.
than Les Mis. Okay, so
Just work with 500.
okay, so when we're
for a good number.
500. Let's just say 450.
Okay.
Because it's easier to divide 450 by 3.
Right.
That leaves us with 150 million US dollars as porn domestic gross.
Are you suggesting we're going to make 150 million on the
Off
porn?
of furry porn? Easily.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. But we're not going to make it all at once, right? This is going to be like advertising
it'll
revenue.
Come trickling in.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, we'll retire on this money.
Yeah.
I mean, we do well just on the concert money itself.
enough.
So a quick summary,
Yes.
just so we know what we're doing
All right.
here.
So, first of all, wearing our business suits, flying to London.
Underneath that, we're already wearing sexy cat lady costumes, though.
But it's even kinkier because we're the only ones who know.
Absolutely.
Flying over to Working Title Films, where we set up a meeting with Tom Hooper and Melanie Oliver, director and editor of the Cats film, and we will explain to them, look, it's the best thing for your careers, for everyone involved. You've seen the reaction. It's universally panned already. Not a minute of the film has been leaked. Let's just chop this thing to bits.
We've left out a whole bunch of revenue that we're making because we're collecting 10% of whatever they earned on,
Fair enough.
which we might waive at this point, seeing as I've just realized how much money we'll make.
Let's see how the meeting goes.
Okay, let's see how the meeting goes. Okay.
All right. And they will, of course, agree. They're reasonable people.
Yeah.
They want to keep working after this Cat's disaster. So they'll just agree.
Yeah, they'll agree. They're nice. They're thankful that we found a solution.
Yes.
We up onto the next flight to LA.
Yes.
Off we go.
Need to
Still
hurry along to
wearing
catch our
sexy
flight.
cat costume. We head over where they've already been setting up the stage.
Yes.
Biggest event ever. We've released a snippet of the porn, which
Yes.
is PETA is furious, man. They are fuming.
Universal at this point, still a bit unclear.
They
as to
might
what
suspect
exactly is
something because
going
there's
on.
a stage being set up,
Yeah.
but so they're all there.
Yeah.
Ideal.
Of course, like the studio heads are usually the ones who just shoosh people away.
Yeah, exactly.
Once people start setting up a stage.
Yeah, but no. And PETA, oh my goodness, they're coming for them, and also at the same time the
All
furries
the
are coming.
old pet urine that they've been collecting
Yes.
for an event just like that.
This. Oh, amazing. Okay, so their task is to arrive, go crazy, protest, and pour that urine everywhere.
Yes. All the while we've sold tickets in the whole US
Yes.
to this one special screening preview of an immersive Cats experience.
Yes.
Like you've never seen before.
Yes.
You'll see cats introducing themselves to you in all 3 dimensions.
Yes.
You'll smell them. It's smell-o-vision, 4th dimension.
It's amazing.
Joyride, yeah.
Because also the furries are there.
Yes.
The furries will be there to be there and enjoy the spectacle. So you've got all 3 groups meeting into each other. We've ripped off our suits at this point, right? We're mingling in as sexy cat ladies.
No one knows who we are.
No one knows who we are. While all this chaos is going on,
Yes.
we sort of cat burglar our way.
Okay, I've seen a flaw
Right.
in our heist budget.
Okay.
So underneath our cat costumes,
Yes.
we need to wear another suit.
That's great.
So we can tear off the sexy cat costume and then walk into Universal offices.
Oh, I'm with you.
To convince
I'm
them.
with you.
Or just to at least suggest the idea of, look, you've seen what this film does.
Yes.
And it hasn't even been released. You need to destroy it.
Ah, yes. Okay, you're right.
Like, you can't release this.
And then they'll voluntarily
against it.
Okay, so we're wearing
Furries are
another.
for it.
That's a lot of clothing.
Yeah.
Can we wear one of those onesie suits, the ones that look like suits, but they're just like a
Yes.
thin layer of
Yeah.
like that'll be fine, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise,
One of
we'll
these
just
one-
it'll
no.
be very hot.
Also, it's Los Angeles. I mean, people will be wearing these onesie suits all day, every day.
Well, some of the executives will be wearing them, so we'll blend right in. We convince them that they'll voluntarily destroy that
Absolutely.
footage and all the other footage at Universal
Yeah.
as well.
The porn already has been leaked. It's too late to stop that.
It is,
You
yeah.
can't stop something once it's on the internet.
Yeah, but the grand premiere will be on the screen. That'll be the grand finale.
Yes.
Ending with
Furries worldwide jerking off to it.
and
It'll
what
be live streamed on Instagram.
you know what I would really like though is for the credits
Yes.
is if we could get Andrew Lloyd Webber to come in to do a live performance of his song,
Yes.
but without lyrics, because that fucker wrote a song without lyrics.
Okay. All right. That's good. Okay. So, how do we lure Andrew Lloyd? Because I have an idea how we can humiliate him on stage.
You mean more so than this already will be?
Yes.
I think we just ask him to come.
Okay. So we don't need to lure him. So
I don't
we'll
think we
ask him
should
to
learn.
come.
It's the biggest cats event in.
Okay.
Like, I mean, he's like the biggest cat masturbator in the world. Like, he'll love it.
The way I see this whole protest is going wild.
Yes.
Violence is about to erupt. When all of a sudden a helicopter starts swooping down on the masses. And you're like, wait, it's Andrew Lloyd Webber. PETA will stop.
Yes.
The furries will stop.
Everyone will stop. It's Andrew Lloyd Webber.
The cats attendees will go wild. We hurl in a piano.
Yes. Another helicopter with a piano.
A sheet with, what do you say is the most favorite?
Memory.
Some memories, okay. We'll ask him, Andrew Lloyd Webber. There's only one man who can save this situation. That's you. Please play memories on the piano and sing live. And he'll look at the sheet, look at the first page, and he'll start playing. He'll start singing. And as he turns the page, he'll notice the second page is blank.
Brilliant.
And he'll just sit there. Maybe it's not blank. Maybe it's signed the original cast of Cats.
Yeah.
1981. We wrote this. You fuckhead.
Brilliant.
Okay. Good. Then I would say this heist is solved.
This heist has been solved.
All right. Okay. I'm exhausted.
I am. I'm definitely not watching this movie.
No. But let's spend some more time introducing ourselves. This was How Do I Rob This. We are at How Do I Rob This on socials. You find us on all your podcast apps. You find us on YouTube. You find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You name it. Just look for How Do I Rob This. Please follow us. We're also really happy if you could take some time out of your busy schedule to review our show.
Oh, and if you love cats, please give us a 0-star review. That would really make my day. And leave a comment as well about how we have misused your musical.
Please, feel free to dislike this video or explain the musical Cats to us in the comments.
As well?
Yeah, I mean, whatever ticks your boxes, ticks your little boxes.
Go for it. That's it.
That being said, you are...
I am at the Oscar Brown.
I am at SM Weisbach. You can also follow us for more shenanigans. And I would normally go for like a funny punny send off, but I can't even while we were podcasting I was thinking about what's a good porn parody name for cats.
Pussy.
Wow. Okay. So you've heard it here first. Pussy, the musical, the film. Oh, my goodness. Fuck these guys. What are you writing down? Just the original 1981 cast of Cats. Nice. I now have to walk my big stick home and then head back to the Baumarkt to go pick up my scooter. Oh no. Because there was just no way of me riding the scooter with that pole like a fucking... Yeah, fair enough. Knight jousting down through the traffic.